Crap. Is there going to be audio? Oh, there's feedback loop. Oh, no. Welcome to the PNW Guerilla Show. So, as you guys might not be able to tell, this is still once again kind of working out the kinks. The audio feedback for me is dog shit, and we are streaming a half hour late. What was that? I'm not getting anything up here. Anyway, welcome to the show, and today we're going to be more or less just kind of going over my feed right now on Twitter, because I think it is absolutely bonkers. And if you guys aren't on Twitter, if you guys have missed out, there is a massive backlash to what Netanyahu just said about the Iran war, because as far as I can see, you know, this is probably to date the biggest mask off event that I have seen with Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu as far as what Israel's plans are. So as of today at 3:44, and the original video might have been posted before this, but Disclosed TV posted this video at 3:44 p.m. today, where Netanyahu is saying that we will make it to return to the Messiah, but this will not happen next Thursday. So if you guys were not aware, if you guys do not know the Jewish religion, they do not believe that the Messiah has come yet. So as Christians, as Catholics believe that, and actually not many people in America seem to understand this, but Muslims also believe that Jesus Christ was one of the saints, and in the Jewish religion completely denounces Jesus completely, which is fascinating. But the feedback to this, scrolling my feed, has been fascinating. So with Netanyahu's, I guess, mask off moment, which is what a lot of people are calling this, it seems like there's also, I wouldn't say a mask off for the Christians as well, but the response is I don't know if I'd say unhinged or I'd say you know, Crusades-esque, but yeah, people are not amused, and for good reason, absolutely for good reason. That and you know, there was an interview with Joe Rogan and with all of our favorites, Ben Shapiro, and he went into the discussing how, you know, Jews completely believe something absolutely different than what they teach, you know, Judeo-Christians to believe. And it's interesting, the I don't even want to know if I would say hypocrisy, but yeah, absolutely fascinating scrolling Twitter today. And if you guys aren't on Twitter, probably for the best. But dude, Twitter is fascinating how it's just rage bait after rage bait after rage bait after rage bait. And I was actually talking to Ian about this earlier today, but man, Twitter is just, and I know I'm getting off my main topic, but Twitter is just feeling more and more and more fake every single day. And I wonder sometimes if my Twitter feed is just completely fake. You know, everything's just 100% made up, and I'm being told that, you know, my posts are being showed to, you know, millions of people. I'm being told that my posts are being shared to hundreds of thousands of people. But the crazy thing that, you know, is kind of in the back of my head, because, you know, social media overall in the last, let's say 2 years or so, it's feeling more and more fake. Everything feels wrong. Everything feels like it's being completely fabricated. And so a concept that I had when it comes to social media, and it feels like Telegram is probably the only thing that hasn't changed. Well, what Ian said, Rumble also hasn't changed, which, oof, and not for the better, by the way. But if you guys are watching right now on Rumble, I do appreciate you for watching on Rumble. But yeah, it's challenging to use Rumble sometimes. Also, I forgot that we are still doing TND. So cheers. Yeah, I got feedback. Thank you. Everything feels curated. Yeah, so now I understand and I know that the algorithms are supposed to tailor content to you, right? And that makes sense. But a question that I had, I think it was earlier this year or late last year. If anybody follows me on Twitter, you guys probably saw this, where I had like the mass unfollowing. A lot of people were saying that, you know, I had an AI crash out. And I found out that someone that I'd been talking to was in fact AI. And I just lost it, dude. I was just like, how many people are actually AI? How many people that I'm talking to aren't actually people? How many content creators am I engaging with aren't actually real people? And I just lost it, and I unfollowed hundreds of people. And turns out a couple of people were real that I unfollowed, and there's a little bit back and forth, and nonetheless, I do believe that there is a lot of not just Twitter, but other channels, you know, or other websites like YouTube, where and this also messed me up really bad. I was driving to go pick up my my Toyota Corolla, which absolutely love that I have an 80s Toyota Corolla wagon, so cool. But I was driving to go get that, and I put up a YouTube video to watch, and it was like, I don't know, it was like an 8-minute long video, and I watched the whole thing. And this guy was talking about AI, and he was talking about all the bad of AI, and he was going into all the intricacies around AI. And then the video, and it was very, very well done. And I've talked about this before on stream, but it was very, very well done. It was a really good YouTube video. The editing was fantastic. Everything, like, it looked like a great video. And then in about like 6 minutes or so, the video just ends, and you're seeing this dude's bedroom. And it was just a messy bedroom, and the dude pops up in frame, and he was like, everything you just watched was fake. I just made all of that with a prompt. It took me a couple of minutes. You just watched an AI video talking about AI and the dangers of AI. And I was like, and I fell for it, dude. I fell for all of it. I thought I was watching a high production, like, well-made video, and the entire thing was AI. And that fucked me up, man. I was like, I fell for all of that. And then I really got to thinking of, you know, how many YouTube channels are just AI? You know, how many Instagram pages, how many Twitter pages, how many people that we engage with are just AI? So, you know, when everyone says, you know, like, escape the matrix, escape the matrix, escape the matrix, we're already in a simulation. I mean, like, at a certain point, we kind of already are. You know, I mean, go into any public area where anyone has to wait for anything. Look around. Keep your cell phone in your pocket and really look around. How many people are aware of their surroundings? How many people are in the current day and age? How many people, when you go into public spaces, aren't on their cell phones? There was a couple of years ago, I was up in Seattle, and I was doing something with mechanical engineering. It was before I started a company. I was still in between college and saying, you know, fuck all of this and starting my own company and getting really into making content. But I was waiting at a bus stop, and which was funny because, like, I wasn't even waiting for the bus. I was a field engineer at the time, so I was out mapping telephone poles, and I had, like, just, you know, a bunch of maps with me, and I was getting the distances between telephone poles because I was working for a telecommunications company at the time. And I just decided to take a break, and I sat at a bus stop, and I pulled out a book, and I just started reading. And this elderly woman came up to me, and she was waiting for the bus, and she started speaking to me, and she was like, you know, you really just don't see that anymore. And I was like, what was that? She's like, you don't see young people reading anymore. She's like, it's really refreshing to see someone reading. And I was like, yeah, no, I like reading books. And mind you, you know, this was probably, oh man, 4, 5 years ago. But I still think about that from time to time, of, you know, just that one elderly woman, because, you know, and she pulled out a book and she started reading, waiting for the bus. But it like, just the remark to me that, you know, and you don't see people reading anymore. And it's so true. It's so fucking true. And I've gotten to a couple of arguments, and mind you, that these might have been arguments with not real people, but I've gotten to a couple of debates on social media of how I highly recommend that you read real books, real tangible paper, because it is different. It's different than looking at a screen. I don't care what anyone tells you. I don't care how they phrase it. I don't care how much you love your Kindles and your ebooks. I don't give a fuck how you decide to phrase it. Physical books are different. You can feel the pages. You can turn the pages. If your power goes out, if you're, you know, so far out in the mountains, if, you know, you don't have to worry about the battery running out on your book. You don't have to worry about someone retroactively going through and editing your book. Which, by the way, one of the dudes in one of my local group chats just shared a photo this morning of exactly that, of a book written, and I believe Ian, did you read what I was talking about this morning? It was like a book written in like 2003, and they edited it on an ebook, so it referenced TikTok instead of like MySpace or something like that.
Yeah, it's been going on for a minute now.
And it's like, yeah, no, you need physical books, man, because this will never be edited. Hold on, I actually have some books in here. Now they're nerdy books, but I do have some books in here. Actually, Ian, will you grab me some of those not the guides, but the actual books. Now, mind you, these are fiction, okay? And okay, I'm being a nerd here, but like these right here, okay? Yes, they're Halo books. I get it. Like, aha, you're a nerd. But like these can't be edited retroactively. It's physical. It's here. And I firmly believe, by the way, fantastic book. Highly recommend. Contact Harvest was so good. I do like the original 3 Halo books the most, but Contact Harvest was a great book. Definitely recommend. I think fiction is fun, and fiction is perfectly okay to read. I think it is better to read something to not be reading anything at all. Now, that being said, women reading smut books, okay? No, it's just porn. That's all it is. You wrote it down, okay? It's still porn. I don't care that you're like, because women goon different than men, okay? Clearly. And I was like, if you're jorking it to a book, okay, it's still gooning. Like, so no smut books. Definitely against that. But fantasy and fiction books, like this are it's a good time. And man, honestly, like reading has gotten me out of some really, really dark places, man. Like when I was at the lowest of my life, when I hit rock bottom, when I was literally homeless, I spent a lot of time reading, man. I read a lot of fucking books. I would do multi-day hikes. I would go up on top of mountaintops, and I would just sit there for days. I just read. That's all I do. I would just like soak in and gather in just being in nature, being away from technology, being out of cell phone service, and just reading a book. And this isn't like the rant that I expected that I was going to be going down on this stream. Like books wasn't in mind when I started this stream, but I do think that there's a lot of importance in disconnecting. There's a lot to be said about returning to the old ways. I mean, hell, something that I was talking about at PT last night, and I've legitimately been doing this, and I've been trying this out, and I've actually felt better. I've felt more rejuvenated. I feel like I'm in a better mood when I sleep without my cell phone next to me and with the Wi-Fi turned off. I have made it a habit as of recently that when I go to bed at night, I turn off the Wi-Fi and my cell phone goes in another room. And it might be a placebo. It very well might be a placebo. It might be, fake, sure, it might not actually be affecting me, but I feel better. And knowing that I feel better and actually feeling better throughout the day, waking up feeling like I slept harder, like I hit REM, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to continue turning off my Wi-Fi before I go to bed, and I'm going to continue keeping my cell phone in another room because I feel better. And simple as. And that's so fucking easy to do. It is so unbelievably easy to just turn off your Wi-Fi, put your phone in another room, like an hour before going to bed. Just don't look at a screen. That's it. It's like the small changes in our lives that make us feel better. They're so simple. They're so small. And I know that, like, how I started out the stream, I could go into geopolitics and I could talk about geopolitics all day and night. I could talk about, the 1,000-year religious war that we have found ourselves in, that the vast majority of us just realized we were in to begin with. It's fascinating looking around. You're like, oh, this has been going on for how long? Oh, okay. And I was just keyed in that there was even a war to begin with. That's crazy. But like I've said a billion times, you can't affect everything in this life, and honestly, I don't think every single one of us needs to be keyed in and needs to know about every single thing going on around the entire world. You know, men and women lived the entirety of their lives in a singular town since the dawn of man, and life keeps going. You know, there's nothing wrong with, and I'm not saying everyone. Obviously, we need leaders. So I'm not trying to say everyone, but if you decide that you want to hyper focus on your own path, if you want to hyper focus on your own family, your own community, your own tribe, your own circle where you live, fuck anyone that wants to tell you otherwise, man. That's okay. It's perfectly okay. And, you know, it took me a long time to finally realize that. I don't know why I've got so influenced by other people of, no, you have to know about geopolitics. No, you have to know about everything going on in the world at every single fucking time. You don't. You don't. The vast majority of us do not need to know everything going on in the world. It's not necessary. Now, am I trying to say that, you know, oh, you should just give up on everything and hyper focus on sports ball? No, I'm not fucking saying that. You know, focus on things that matter, sure, but I'm saying that you don't have to know everything going on in the world at all times. Somebody recently was trying to argue with me on Twitter and saying that I'd never posted about some Iranian National Guard group that apparently had done some rapes or something like years ago. And they're like, oh, wow, you've never even talked about these guys. So why do you think that you're educated enough to talk about Iran and Israel? And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, look, the hilarity that we've gotten to a point where, like, you have to know everything about everything forever going on to give any commentary at all is just laughable. But nonetheless, dialing that or bringing that back a little bit, you don't have to know about everything all the time. It's not necessary. It's okay to have an opinion about something and not know every single bracketed intricacy that had ever affected that. It's okay, guys. It's okay to not know everything. And as someone that doesn't know what he doesn't know and is doing pretty well in life, I am here to tell you that it is okay to live your own life. It is okay to focus on your family, your tribe, your community, because honestly, you're going to make your community a better place by putting effort into that. And if everyone focuses only on geopolitics, then no one is left to focus on your local community. Is that pork and beans? Yes. Yes, it is. Now, to slightly, switch gears and go into food prepping, I acknowledge fully that a lot of the food preps behind me are not the healthiest food preps. A lot of my food preps it's inexpensive, it's easy to get a lot of calories, and it's going to keep you alive. You know, some things don't, like I was saying earlier, you don't have to have, 100% of something to be able to start. It's so much like physical fitness, right? As it is with emergency preparations. Start somewhere. If you only have, now this entire wall right here, or at least, okay, no, correction, let me dial it back. This shelf right here and this shelf right here. All right. All of this was only $400. Now, that might seem like a lot of money, okay? But like all of this food preps was $400. This could go a long ways, all right? It, like, the amount of people that'll freak out and be like, oh, well, that's great value, and oh, that's great value, and oh, that came from Costco, and oh, that's not the healthiest option. Yes, you're correct. These MREs, I have cases of MREs here. Yes, they're not the healthiest option, but do you know what it's going to do? It's going to keep me alive. If the power goes out and we start having all these rolling blackouts that people are talking about, and if Iran or Israel or whoever does decide to attack the East Coast and the power goes out and I'm affected by all of this, I have food. I have something to eat. I don't have to resort to eating bark or trying to loot from other people or, you know, cannibalism or whatever. I have food preps. So for everyone that like is trying to like in the over analysis paralysis when it comes to food prepping, at a certain point, it's better to have something to have nothing. So if you go for the cheap options, it's perfectly okay. Also, mind you, I do not recommend food prepping anymore from the dollar stores. Honestly, Winco and Walmart, you're going to get the best bang for your buck. Some of these cans were 65 cents a can, which is insane, man. Gotten so much cheaper. Yep, keeps your ass alive at the end of the day. Like that's the biggest thing, man. Like I don't care that this, you know, has like, you know, cornstarch in it. I don't care that this has seed oils in it. I don't care that this has whatever in it. If I'm starving to death, I don't give a fuck what's in it that's unhealthy. It's sustenance. Why are those little propane tanks so expensive, Milkman? So, fun fact. You guys need to go onto Amazon and look up the propane can fuel transfer devices. So you can buy an entire propane tank, and those small little fuel canisters that we use all the time, you can refill those. A lot of people don't understand this, but those tiny little fuel canisters that you always see us using for backpacking and hiking and whatnot, those are refillable. You can refill those with propane, and it works the exact same. So yes, buying them brand new is going to be expensive, but it's kind of like the same thing of like buying propane tanks. You know, brand new is really expensive, and then actually getting the propane is, you know, pretty inexpensive in comparison. It's the exact same thing with the small ones. You can refill those. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace, great place to start getting cans. Yeah, grocery outlet, also another good one. Yes, you can refill them. I love how many topics that we. Yeah, I know dollar store. I love how many topics that we wound up going over on these live streams. Oh crap! You know what? I should probably actually tell my my audience that I'm even fucking live. I'm so good at this. What? You tie Ian? Oh, that's my secret cap. I'm always tired. Okay. Hold on, guys. I forgot to share that I was live because I'm really, really, really good at this. Would you kill and eat a porcupine? I mean, yeah. Like, why not? I mean, like, that's probably not going to be, like, my go-to thing to, like, eat a porcupine, but, like, I'll do it. Like, it's not... It's kind of like, you know, like, oh, would you ever eat a skunk? And it's like, I mean, yeah. It's probably not going to be my go-to, though. It's not like... I'm not going to be out there, like, hunting porcupines. Where the porcupines at, man? Is it? Oh. Well, fuck libertarians. They're cringe. No, let me dial that back. I love libertarians if you understand that they're on the pipeline and they're just not there yet. Right? Like, hey, you're getting close. You're getting close. You're not there yet, but you're getting close. 5 years away from being on. You're so close, man. It's part of the pipeline, though. Man, that was something else I saw last night. How do you store your water preps? I have 55-gallon drums. Also, if you're trying to do water preps, make sure that you're keeping that shit out of the sunlight. Sunlight is going to nuke your water preps, so make sure that's in some sort of covering. Mine is in a metal carport. I also have my drums on pallets, just so they don't freeze to the ground or have any issues with freezing on the ground or whatnot. So all of my water's on pallets. Just bought a 365 macro after a couple of years of not buying a gun, and holy crap, the taxes went up since then. Yeah. Yeah. The pipelines to monarchy, right? Right? I mean, like, unironically, though, I'm not against monarchies. I'm not. Like, when done correctly, I think that monarchies can be a good system. It's a lot better than what we got fucking going on now, at least. Well, that's the idea behind that bar's not very high, though. Versus, democracy, quote unquote. Like democracy, you're always trying to do regulation. You always care about yourself. And, like, I feel like this always is going down on me. Monarch Rats will 100% chew through those 2-gallon plastic rectangular containers in the summer. Dude, like no one actually talks about when it comes to food prepping and emergency prepping, how your number one enemy, it is not being raided by people from, the city that didn't prep. It's rats and mice. When it comes to food prepping, your number one enemy is rats and mice. Specifically mice, specifically field mice. And the fact that I have chickens means that I am dealing with so many fucking mice. They are everywhere. I constantly have rat traps set and mouse traps set. Just fucking, dude, the amount of mice that I have caught over the years is insane. And you know what? It always feels a little good feeding them to my chickens. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking sons of bitch. No, I do have I have a outdoor cat right now, and George catches mice. He does, but he doesn't catch enough. I need more outdoors cats, because I think George is probably just getting his fill, right? Like he kills enough to eat, and he's like, I'm good. Cause like, dude, I need to get a female cat again. When I had Naomi, dude, female cats and male cats are two completely different. Like, yeah, no, if you have an outdoor cat, you will find that male cats will eat until they're full. Female cats, dude, they are straight up killing for sport. They're doing it for the love of the fucking game, man. Female outdoor cats are ruthless, at least in my experience. Because every female cat that I've had while living out in the country, they will bring you their trophies to the door. And it does not matter. Baby rabbits, mice, birds, rats, they don't care. They're just like, look at this thing. Be proud of me. I killed this for you. Alternatively, we were discussing about, I think it's just because that she thinks that we're really bad hunters. And she's just like, oh, my human's really fucking stupid. I'm going to feed him. You're welcome, human. Because Naomi was just a bitch. And like, I just assumed that's what she was doing. Yeah, Saint George. You feed your cat too much. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. He's King George, man. I gotta feed my boy in the morning, all right? He's hungry. I can't not feed my guy. I love Lamp. Dude, we should start a Patreon for Lamp. Just see what happens. Start an OnlyFans for Lamp? Dude, yes. We'll just have like streams going where it's just Lamp, right? And we're like switching angles. Okay, we laugh. People would probably pay for it. Because people are fucking stupid. Exactly. I love it. Love it. What was that? Yeah, I sold and marketed piss bottles. I have been marketing piss jugs for the last 2 days. And people have been buying them. And I don't know why. I even said, like, I don't know what the fuck you're going to do with this, but here it is. Here, it's for sale. Buy it if you want it. Here's me demonstrating how to use it. And people bought it, man. And like, dude, some things I sell, right? And like, I've seen a lot of comment sections of people like, oh man, he's just a marketing genius. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm be real. I just don't understand how you guys keep buying this shit. Like, it's confusing for me. Like, I would by no means would I say that I'm a marketing genius. I just keep trying things and it just kind of keeps working. I don't feel like I don't think that I am good at any of this, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to keep putting in effort, and somehow that just kind of keeps working. If you just do things, if you just try, it just keeps working. I don't know why. It's fascinating, really. It's kind of like that Rick and Morty thing, right? Where it's like, I just kept crawling and it just kept working. That's how I feel when it comes to like marketing, military surplus, or I guess The company's probably not even like. I wonder what percentage of military surplus we even have anymore. But I wonder what percent it is.
As far as like active sales right now, Sacred's kind of screwing sales out. But
Best knife go. Unfortunately, it is the Cold Steel AD-10. I was sent this knife, I don't know, about 2 years ago or so. And my plan with this knife was that I was going to use it and I was going to abuse it and I was going to make fun of it. And I keep using it and it keeps working.
it's just like marketing.
And I'm like, fuck, this is because I made fun of this knife so fucking much when I first got it. I'm like, this thing is huge. Who in their right mind would actually want this fucking knife? And I keep using it and I keep beating it up. And like, you can see how much it's just like dented apps. Cause I've used this for bushcrafting even. I've dug out a truck with this knife. I'm not exaggerating. I handed Metal 3 this and he's like, diggy dig hole. He was using this as a pick. And I'm just like, oh fuck, it just, okay, well, you know, I guess it just keeps working. But, yeah, no, I really like this knife. For like a field knife, I really enjoy the Gerber Strong Arm. I also like. I don't know why that knife is so good, but it also just keeps working.
We need to go find my old strong arm. I know where it is roughly. Bring a metal detector.
I mean, I'm down. I carry a mini SOG China though. My multi-tool that I carry is the SOG micro pint, I believe it's called. Pocket pint? Pint something. Best multi-tool I've ever used. Highly recommend. At least like EDC multi-tool, something that I can keep on me. I really like the Gerber multi-tools, but that's something like in your chest rig, in your kit. I'm not going to EDC a Gerber multi-tool. It's just too bulky, unfortunately. SOG is headquartered in Linwood, Washington. Are they actually? Oh, shit. Well, I guarantee you they ain't about to be for long. Dude, in the next year, I promise you, like, no company is going to be in Washington State. Every single company is going to have to leave this state. At least if the company grosses, you know, over $1 million a year, which if you think about it for like the vast majority of companies, that's really not that high of a bar. It's really not that high of a bar.
Yeah, it's usually like an operation cost if you have more than like 10 employees.
Yeah, no, that's really not that much. But yeah, no, the millionaire tax that's about to go through, like, dude, get fucked. Live now. Tune in. Oh, hey, speaking of, you guys should go subscribe to my Patreon because we are revamping how we're doing Patreon, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna start doing some more exclusive content, like behind the scenes stuff, and yeah, if you guys like what I'm doing, stop subscribing to anything on Twitter because I found out recently that I make absolutely nothing from subscriptions on Twitter. Fascinating, really. Patreon subscribe star make the actually give me the most benefits and give you the most benefits. And we have a Telegram chat for all the patrons. Tune in or don't. Which branch were you and what was your MOS or job? I was U.S. Army and I was a 19 Delta and then I was infantry. I did not have a combat deployment, so I'm not cool, and you guys should never listen to me on anything because, you know, all the last decade that I've spent out in the mountains training, you know, local men absolutely means fucking nothing, and I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to gear or, you know, trying to stay warm in the Pacific Northwest in, you know, rainforest. Did you ever get your Ranger tab? No, I got, I'm not gonna lie. I saw how much you had to pay for the packing list to go to Ranger School, and I went, nah, pass. I'm good. Hard pass. The coolest school that I ever went to was Air Assault School, which isn't even not like that cool of a school, but I got to get trained on how to jump out of helicopters, and I jumped out of helicopters. I got trained how to rappel out of buildings, and I rappelled out of buildings, and that was a lot of fun. But no, I didn't actually jump out of a plane until I got out of the Army. Skydiving is a wild experience, by the way. Oh, man, skydiving is something else. But I think I would rather skydive than jump out of a helicopter, honestly. Jumping out of helicopters kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. Like, everyone thinks, well, it depends. It depends if it's how much gear you have, honestly. Decided basically infantry wasn't enough, LOL. No, I legitimately wanted to see the difference between cavalry and infantry, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think they are different jobs, sure, but the U.S. Army didn't know how to use them. So at least on the training side, and all the guys that I talked to that did both, overseas, the Army doesn't know how to use, or they didn't know how to use cavalry. They didn't know how to use reconnaissance, at least in the modern era, and that's why that MOS has kind of disappeared. Is because they had no idea how to use it. So you wound up just being infantry anyways. And from doing both jobs, I can tell you that, yeah, at least at the time, cavalry and infantry were pretty much the same fucking job because they had no idea how to use cavalry. What do you think about forward observers? I trained with a lot of them, and they're some pretty cool cats. I don't have... did you ever earn your spurs? Yes, I do have my spurs. But they're because there's two different types of spurs though, because there's the spur ride spurs and there's the deployment spurs. So I have the spur ride spurs, which are different. Table salt, pink salt, supremacy. I like keys, they jingle and make funny sound. So real. 10 years in the infantry, and I'm about to be out in August. Praise the Lord. Oh, dude. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Man. I'd say the biggest thing is when you're getting out, don't get lazy. Don't get fucking lazy. Keep working out. Keep going to PT. Keep going to the gym. If you can, try to find some local dudes with you to keep you honest and work out with you. That has been one of my best, like one of the best things for me staying in shape is like having guys that like I have this set date of every week I go out and work out with them. And like it's almost like I've set everything up of like my training calendar of training events and whatnot, and then my training calendar with local PTs. I can't get fat because I have all of these set things that I'm doing, and it's a great motivation of like, oh man, I gotta keep training for this. I gotta keep training for this. I gotta keep training for this. It's really nice having a reason, I guess, to train of like, I'm training for my local guys. I'm training so I don't look stupid in front of my local guys. I got like, man, I gotta lead, man. I gotta be in shape. And like, oh, it's such a great motivator. Help, need more 22 conversion kits. Then buy one, you goober. I was artillery for Washington, Natty 2014-2020, trying out. Dude, I spent so much time. So much time that I spent in Yakima. Don't regret it. Opinion on letting your girlfriend have other boyfriends? No. I mean, like, good luck with that. No, dude, no. What the fuck? I hope that's a joke, because no. I hope that's a joke. No, do not do that. Ever do German proficiency course, get your eagle and rope? No, I wish. That'd be fucking cool. I did the Norwegian Ruck March today. Some dude shit himself and still passed. Yeah, that'd be like that. That's amazing. Fiddler's Green, my man. Actually, I was singing Fiddler's Green on my way back from one of our last hikes, and I was like, oh, I'm surprised I still remember that. Deploy with a PMC. I thought about it. Dude, I got when Ukraine was really, really popping off. One of my good friends that I've trained with a lot, combat medic guy, he got out, went law enforcement, went contractor. He went to Ukraine. Now he's getting back in and going special operations, and he's trying to go. I think he went SWAT recently too. Most hardcore dude I've ever met in my life, but me and him trained together a lot, and he was about to go to Ukraine, and he's like, hey, there's not a whole lot of people I trust with me to go to Ukraine. I really want you by my side. And this would have been 2024. And so I actually sat down and I was looking at it of, okay, I could keep diving harder into my company right now, because that's kind of when my company was really starting to kick off. I was like, I keep diving into my company right now, or I could risk it and get that combat experience that I didn't get in the Army and go contract with him. Oh, jeez, almost died. Go contract with him in Ukraine, and I really considered it. I was so fucking close, and I was like, no, it's not my fight, it's not my war, and I don't. It would only be there for the combat experience, I don't believe, and that's what PMC is anyway. You're just there for the money. You're just there for the experience. You don't actually give a shit about the situation, or at least the vast majority of PMCs don't. And for whatever fucking reason, I don't know why, but I watched the movie 12 Hours. And that movie was the reason that I decided not to go contract. And there was one scene in there where the dude from The Office was talking about, I forget his name, but he was talking about contracting overseas, fighting for a war that you don't understand with people that don't care about you, for a cause that doesn't matter, and you were only there for money. And what would your children say? What would your family say? Of like, I didn't need to be there. He didn't need to be there, and he fought and he died for what? And that kind of train of thought is really why I decided not to go to Ukraine. And because like literally for what? Okay, cool. You make some money and you have that experience, but what if you do, go overseas and risk it all for what? So I decided not to go, and you can call me a bitch about that all you want, but that was essentially my reason of, I want to I don't want to abandon my family, my friends, my children, and I want to, continue on this life, and there's no reason to go fight overseas for, contracting. And for all the guys that do contract, awesome, good for you. I just came to the conclusion that it just wasn't for me. Can we get complete uppers here? Yes, actually. I sell uppers. I think we just sold our last one, though. Yeah, we're getting more, but yes, my company does sell uppers. I actually sell a lot of AR parts as well. If you guys want some rifle parts, if you guys want accessories and whatnot, I am starting to branch out on that. So go hit up my website, ODGG Supply, and go buy you some gun stuff. We're getting rifle stuff in. We're getting like 203 accessories. We got some 249 hand guards. We're getting like lower parts kits. We're branching out from military surplus. We will not sell lowers. That's never gonna happen. Would you rather shit your pants or Huck's pants? I would rather shit my pants than shit Huck's pants. Also, why am I wearing Huck's pants? The energy sword check. Canned goods. I saw the tweet a while back. Check. Lava lamp check. Create your own just war. I don't know what that means. Yeah, no, that was another reason that I didn't want to go to Ukraine, is that it's just more brother wars. Haven't we had a fucking enough of those? Now, if there's a war to reclaim my nation, right? Sign me up for that and let me know when that fucking kicks off. But yeah, I'm not going overseas to fight somebody else's war. Especially when there's so many men in America that need trained, that need motivated, that need equipment. And, I can unironically help the men in my community. And I would say that I have done more for the American people as a veteran than I ever did while on active duty. And I would say that I've done a lot more for my fellow man now than I would have going to Ukraine. Opinions on Palmetto State Armory. Amazing. Just, yes. But at the same rate, fuck them, because, they stopped shipping to Washington and they hate us. You should go to Israel. Israel is cool. Yeah, okay. Organizing the weekly PT has been helpful for the local dudes. I can say that personally. Dude, local, and it might not seem that important for a lot of people, and I will acknowledge that it doesn't seem that important to a lot of people, and that's okay. But being able to affect and change the lives of the men around you, you know, for the good, for the positive. You know, the amount of gear that I have borrowed out. Hurricane Helen. If I would have gone to Ukraine and died, everything that I did in Hurricane Helen would not have happened. The people that I was able to help, that would not have happened. And if you guys weren't aware, and if you guys, you know, are new to my channel, you know, I wanted to help when Hurricane Helen was popping off in North Carolina. I donated to a company that turned around, and I'm not even shitting you. I donated to a company and they turned around and started making fun of me for training. I donated $1,000 fucking dollars to a company that immediately turned around and started making fun of me on Twitter. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't know who I can trust to send my money to help, because clearly there are some companies that, you know, no, it's not possible. So fuck this. I'm going to go to North Carolina myself. I did a fundraiser. I donated $40,000 personally. And then I took in donations of 60 grand. And I went to a church and handed out gear to people that were freezing to fucking death. And there's multiple people now that have told me that the reason that they believe that they're alive is because I went there and started handing out wool blankets. And if I would have died in Ukraine, would that have fucking happened? Now, obviously, you know, it's the, you know, well, that's if you died in Ukraine. Cool. I think that I can benefit my local man, my fellow man in America. I think I can benefit them a lot more than going overseas to die in a pointless brother war. What the fuck? Why does YouTube put ads in live streams now? I believe that's because this live is monetized, so I can get money, because unfortunately not a lot of cats like to donate into super chat, so I gotta have the live stream, you know, be monetized. Sorry. Let's unmonetize it. That's fair.
No, Ian needs to be reimbursed.
Bro really just said Springfield Saint and Hellcat is the aesthetic. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna say it. No balls you won't. Oh, you guys want me to name drop? Oh man, what was the name of that company? When you hit 2,000 or 200,000 subs, you can join the IDF. Yeah, okay. Right. I'll go ahead and get on that. There's a black dude in the chat. Oh no. What was the fucking name of that company that was making fun of me on Twitter? I think they sell handmade gear. I think that was the one. Hold on. If I flip back, what month was Hurricane Helen? That would have been October of 2024.
Yeah.
About then. Hold on. I know I got screenshots. No, that was 24. There's no way that wasn't 24. This entire live stream is just me going through my fucking phone. After ranting. Oh, did I not go to Hurricane Helen with this cell phone? I might not have. Ah, that might have been with my old phone. Yeah, I might not actually have any of those screenshots on here.
Well, that's frustrating.
The company was SIG. It wasn't SIG. I know it wasn't SIG. I'm going to find it, because I do want to name drop, because fuck them. Damn. Yeah, I don't think it's on this phone.
Well, how heckin' frustrating is that?
I love doing that voice. I love doing that voice, and I love how many people it upsets.
Hello, sir. Because no one else did.
Picture albums need to come back. We all take hundreds of pictures that we'll probably never look at again. Actually, that's something that that my wife and I have been doing for years. Picture albums is a huge thing for us, man. I have so many fucking picture albums, and like that is definitely something that our grandparents did better than us, or well, I guess our parents as well, was just having picture albums, having photo albums. Like I was saying with books, man, I'd rather just have tangible things. But also, I don't know why the fuck I would print out a screenshot of a company making fun of me. So, you know, I get what you're getting at, but like that is something that I would have never done. Dude, this is really bugging me. November, no. Now this is gonna irk me because I forget the fucking name of the company. Did Wrangler Star do you dirty? No, it wasn't them. Ex Umbris? Was it them? It might have been Ex Umbris. Yeah, it might have been them. Hold on. I bet it was them, actually. It's gonna be so fucking funny if it's them. Wrangler Star is out here. Dude, I don't even know who the fuck Wrangler Star is. Digital cameras are the shit, stored somewhere other than your phone. What kind of company was it? I know it was like some sort of gear company. It might have been Ex Umbris, honestly. I'm spelling it fucking right. Well, because they also had a donation going for Hurricane Helen. And I donated $1,000 to it. And then like it was literally like the next day they started making fun of me. Dude, like, and that was like the biggest slap in the fucking face, man. And then like somebody asked if I was legit, and he said no, and I'm like, nigga, fuck you. I was like, I just gave you a fucking grand trying to fucking help out, and you're trying to say I'm not legit?
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, no, literally, fine, I'll fucking do it myself. No, I know. Oh God, no, it wasn't Brush Beater. Dude, me and Brush Beater are so cool. I literally run Brush Beater optics, man. I have a Brush Beater PVS 14. I have a Brush Beater scope on my Barrett. I have one of his red dots on my AR. No, it absolutely wasn't him. Phone died. I'm gonna find it. I'm dedicated now. We're in it. We're here. We're so back. Or something. I don't know. It's so ogre. If only I had to know how to fucking spell them. I can't read. I'm trying to find like my old tagged post from that time era. I remember seeing the post from them and you. I remember that question even. See, everyone can remember it happening, but no one can fucking remember who it was.
The Mandela effect happening.
Oh, God, it's the Mandela effect. It didn't even fucking happen.
Real time. No, it happened. It just changed.
Oh, so it happened.
They changed.
But they changed the timeline. Okay, I get it. Wrangler Star is a pretty weak sauce libertarian. He's good for learning how to store gas and sharpen an axe, but that's about it. Bro, I'm like, honestly, like there's just so many YouTubers that I just don't. Why can't I send super chats? I mean, this guy up here sent super chats. I got a super chat. Let's see. How long ago was that? Someone else sent a super chat in this live. So absolutely. How many emergency Shrek copies do you have prepared? Dude, I've probably got like 30 or more copies of Shrek. And it was a lot of fun at first. It really was, until I learned like where like the Shrek, you know, lore came from and everything about Shrek. And I'm just like, oh, well, this kind of ruined it. That's unfortunate. Dude, I know the fucking screenshot. It's in my head because it was right before we left for it was right before we left for Hurricane Helen, and we had an FTX, and we were going over the Ranger Handbook, and I took a photo of the Ranger Handbook, and that post blew the fuck up. And then that company that I just donated to, they quote tweeted the Ranger Handbook making fun of me. And I screenshot that, and I was like, I just sent these motherfuckers $1,000 fucking dollars trying to donate to this cause, and they're making fun of me. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Field phones, where do you find them? Actually, I believe Miltech still sells the field phones. I bought a couple from them, and I have the field phones. They're actually on. They're. I can go grab them right now. The issue with the field phones is that they're like the majority of the old field phones. They take a proprietary battery, and it's like it's kind of hard to get them working. I can send a signal, but I can't like actually fucking talk on them. I don't know what else I have to diagnose with the field phone, but I have found so far that field phones, at least the old ones, I don't know if I have the wrong wire, if I'm missing like something. I even had one of my radio guys like take a look at it, and I just don't. Where do I get a signal jammer? That's a great question. Did you do the donations near Asheville area in Tennessee? Yes. I mean, I was one of the donation centers near Asheville, Tennessee. I wouldn't say I'm like the one, but I was one of the donation centers while I was in North Carolina. Good times, good times, good times. You have to big the signal jammer from AliExpress parts. They're illegal to use. What'd you say, Ian?
Johnny Jones, does that ring a bell?
No.
I would tell you more in context, but Wi-Fi sucks.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Now, can you hardline like from an Ethernet to a Wi-Fi router? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Why don't we just hardline a Wi-Fi router up here?
Because we still have to have direct connection to the computer.
Well, yeah, but we could have direct connection and a Wi-Fi router.
Could. Well, it's gonna get a shit ton of bandwidth.
Yeah, is it gonna fuck our bandwidth then? Ah, fuck.
We're far enough away from like the main router and running hardline far enough away where it
Okay, like I was saying though, I think that we just need to get like the max premium package for the Wi-Fi. Like I'm just gonna hit up Xfinity and just be like, hey, just give me the most expensive shit you got.
So Xfinity has Wi-Fi boosters that will go to the property,
Mm-hmm.
and in the first like 30 days.
Well, it's strictly only for my cell phone. It's not like I fucking need it. It would just be nice.
From there to the shed, and if it's not in range, Xfinity will for free come out here and install them.
You know what I could do instead of using my fucking cell phone? I could just go on my computer that I have in front of me. I'm so not used to having a computer in front of me that I just don't even fucking use it. I have a computer in front of me, guys. I'm so like cell phone brained at this point. I've been using my fucking phone for so. I mean, I built a multi-million-dollar company using a fucking iPhone. I just bought my first fucking laptop, man. That is insane. That is absolutely bonkers that I have gotten to the point that I have with a fucking iPhone, man. You know the amount of the YouTube videos that I've edited, the amount of like I've done everything with my company off of a fucking iPhone. I just got a laptop, man. That is insane to me, honestly. Okay. Ranger Handbook. Yeah, when people find out, you know, like, oh, I should probably, you know, go on my own channel and then search fucking Ranger Handbook. No, but people, when I find out like what all I've done off of, you know, just my cell phone, they're like, dude, how are you fucking insane? I'm like, Yeah, I don't know. It just keeps working. I don't know what to tell you, boss. It's kind of like the same thing I was talking to. Now I'm not going to dox the conversation, but I was talking to a rather large content creator today, and we were talking about making content and all that, and he gave me like a bunch of advice, and he was saying that like he ran a company that had 50 plus clients, and that he had 3 marketing directors and all this. And I was like, yeah, I'm literally my marketing guy. He said, dude, what the fuck? How? So you mean to tell me you're running the company, marketing for it, and doing all the training that you are? How do you have time? I responded with 100% of my social media presence is and marketing is all me. All the edits, the filming, the posting, all of it's me. And he responded with, bro, how do you sleep? That sounds horrific. And I hit him back with, I do so much more than that is what it is. I don't know, man. Like, it's just, it straight up, it is what it is. I run my company is what it is. I mean, it's a lot better now than it fucking was. That's for sure. Oh, dude, it was so much worse in 2024. 2023, 2024 was astronomically worse running this company because it actually was 100% me. Now I have Ian, who's like, my slave. And I have, my operations manager, who's kind of my dad. And I mean, sort of. He's like, you said what? And I'm like, I mean, like,
Does mom know?
yeah, does mom know? I'm like, look, I hired you to manage me, okay? So I'm going to pay you, and I'm going to continue saying whatever I want. And, you just harp me when I go too far. Ian, I would like you to know you're the best slave that a man could ask for. You are white, so that's correct. There was somebody recently that was like talking about like how nice, like, I forget what race it was, but like how nice slaves would be. And I'm like, no, dude, fuck that. I don't want slaves. And knowing my experience and every other white person that I've ever talked to, like no one wants slaves. And they're like, why the fuck would I want people around me that hate me? Yeah, just have more kids. I personally do not know anyone that wants slaves. I don't even understand the concept of slavery. And I'm not saying that like, forced labor, like I don't understand that concept, right? Like, oh yeah, you can just tell people to do something, they'll just fucking do it. Yeah, no, that sounds great. I don't want forced slavery though. I want men around me that want a better future. I want a community. I want men around me that I give them an order and they want to do it. They're willingly there. Like, no, like slavery sounds awful, man. And like, I just, it's so fascinating to me, like trying to be told that, like, oh, my ancestors were slave owners and that like, I am inherently a slave owner and like, oh, you just want slaves. And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, that sounds awful, man. Everything about owning slaves or being around slaves or just slavery in general, it sounds fucking awful. No, I want to be around men that want to be there. Like, why would I want to be around someone that fucking hates me? It's the same thing of like the guys that like want to have like full bred wolves, right? I've never understood that concept of like, okay, so you're telling me that you want an animal in your house that, given the right opportunity, is going to try to fucking kill you. Why do you want to be in that situation? Why do you want to be around something that's just waiting for an opportunity to fucking kill you? So like wanting to be around like, vicious wild animals is the exact same thing of like wanting to have slaves. I don't care what they can do for me, right? Like I know for a fact that a white man who sees benefit out of what I'm doing, he's going to put in astronomically more fucking effort than any slave is ever going to do, and he wants to be there. Why would I want to be around a slave that hates me? Why would I want slaves? It just sounds fucking awful. Like, no, I don't understand where this came from, or the gaslighting that, oh, my ancestors were slave owners or my ancestors were evil. I'm like, no, they fucking weren't. Why are you lying to me? Yeah, I was like, who owned the boats, man? Who owned the fucking boats? What day of the week did a certain holiday fall on, all right, where the slave trading was closed? Like, no, I do not want slaves. I don't think my ancestors wanted slaves, and no one I know ever wanted slaves. So I'm just not even going to acknowledge it. There's so many things that I've been told about, like, me and my ancestors and how evil I am, where it's like you look around and you're just like, are you sure? Because I don't believe that. It just sounds wrong. Okay, here we are. I'm on my laptop and I found where I can search my own fucking profile. We did it, guys. We did the thing. Okay, I'm gonna. Well, hold on. What did I say in that post? Because I think did I say Ranger Handbook? I'm gonna search Ranger Handbook. I'm gonna search Ranger Handbook and see where that takes me. Okay, now here's the question. Am I going to find what I'm looking for? Holy shit, here it is. Okay. GM, did you know you can buy military manuals and then go outside and practice what's in those manuals with the men local to you? The feds can't fucking stop you. This has 2.6 million views. Can I see who's quote tweeted this? View post activity. There we go. Okay, quotes. Here we go. Here we go. All right. And now to sift the quotes. There's so many quote tweets. Okay, so also, just so you guys know, I'm trying to get to the point that I can screen share with you guys. We're not very far off, just so we're all tracking. We're not far off. Okay, let's see. Man, the amount of people fucking making fun of me for this. Femboy military flight simulations. Quote tweeted me. Why is there a page called Femboy Military Flight Simulations? That is a wild fucking handle. So Femboy Military Flight Simulations said, going out in the forest to tie some knots and read about in a book, I'm especially owning the federal government. Okay. What is this? What? Okay. Back on the hunt, boys. I'm going to find it. If you can read AR 670-1 on your phone and the feds can't stop you, the government hates this. I'm not in the fucking army, and AR 670-1 doesn't fucking affect me. Ugh. No, fuck AR 670-1. I fucking hate that I even remember this. This guy said, unemployed people are the most dangerous people in the world. I love how many people, like, know nothing about me and think that I'm, like, just some unemployed dude that just, like, LARPs all the fucking time. You don't even have to buy them. They're available free PDFs all over the place. Also agreed. But once again, I like, physical, tangible things. Every day I log on and see the biggest losers on the planet here. Dude, it's insane, honestly, how much fucking hate that I get just for training. Oh, I forgot about this. The amount of people that were hating on me because one of our guys was standing, because we were having lunch. We were having lunch and we were all doing class time eating lunch around a sand table. and I had the Ranger handbook in front of me, and I took a picture, and it was like everyone's feet in the picture, and a couple of guys were wearing Crocs, and people were just fucking losing it about the fucking Crocs, man. It's so fascinating to me how many people fucking just hate like dudes wearing Crocs in the mountains. It's so fucking funny.
I used to hate Crocs myself. I didn't hate on people for wearing Crocs. I just thought they were dumb. And then
Hey,
I got
man.
a pair after a 20 mile.
Dude, yeah, no, go on a single 20 miler, right? And have a pair of Crocs, and you're just like, oh,
Tornado 20 miler.
oh, okay. No, I get it now. I get it. This is by definition LARPing. Yes. Yeah, no. Training is by definition LARPing. This is LARPing with more steps. No, it's just LARPing actually. Cringe post, but it got me thinking about the anarchist cookbook is so lame and owning it makes it blah 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 blah. I don't care. I wonder if I'm ever gonna fucking find this quote that I'm looking for.
Probably deleted it.
You probably deleted it.
You've probably gotten big enough and broke containment that it's like, oh shit, I gotta go through.
Dude, I break containment all the fucking time. You are a fucking cringe LARPer. Yes. I agree. Thank you. I don't think there's anything wrong with LARPing, honestly. Live action roleplay is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with live action roleplay. You know, that is how everyone trains. That's how the military trains. That's how the Romans trained. Is before war, they would practice going to war. There is nothing wrong with practicing for war. And the fact that social media, the fact that, oh, look, hey, a trans post. Oh, my God. They have an LGBT flag and the Israeli menorah. My 2-year-old is harder than your wannabe goons. I mean, the fact that you call us goons is just fucking weird in and of itself. Feds already stopped you. Civilian reference edition. I mean, I guess. I guess. You guys remember that time PNW was raided by every 3-letter agency? That's tomorrow. This was posted in October of 2024. This guy with a Ukrainian flag said, that's what the army is for. Yep. This guy's making fun of us for wearing Crocs. This guy's making fun of us for wearing Crocs. Oh no, the Ranger handbook, the thing that's all outdated tactics that nobody uses. Have fun. The concept that like tactics are outdated is also fascinating to me. Okay. Holy LARP. Why would a book club be illegal? I mean, you say that. You say why would a book club be illegal? But maybe the gayest thing I've ever heard on this app. Wow, dude, you're reading the Ranger handbook. Holy shit. Another post making fun of us for wearing Crocs. Absolute clowns. The tactical Crocs are shit. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, the tactical Crocs are the shit. Okay, my man. Up, gay as fuck. Let's see. The feds can't stop you from playing and having fun. Thank you. Thank you, Fribble. Fribble? What a fucking weird handle. Wait, does Fribble follow me? Fribbles does not follow me. Rip. Rip the Fribble. See, this would be so much fun if they could see what I was seeing. What? Well, I know they can't see. They just have to hear me, like, scrolling through. Seer ain't fun if you don't have the actual fear. It's funny that you say that, because we literally train with a Seer instructor. So, you know, whatever, I guess. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I don't know what that is. You know, I honestly thought that I would find it. How many fucking... Did I say how many quote tweets there were?
Well, how many views does it have?
2.8 mil. Yeah, I know. Look, man, I'm dedicated, okay? We're dedicated to the cause. We're here now. Everyone keeps fucking referencing the, like, making fun of me for the civilian. I don't think I've ever actually gone through on, like, a quote tweet that, like, because you know how, like, there's posts that go viral that, like, are in your audience or, like, you know, in your niche. And there's posts that go viral where it's like, oh no, it hit the wrong audience, bro. It hit the wrong. Mute it. It hit the wrong audience.
They found out about the chicken.
Yeah, they found out the chicken. Oh God. Fella has on the tactical Crocs. Dude, the amount of fucking people that are making fun of me about the fucking Crocs. The feds can't fucking stop you. He said in a group of guys, of which clearly has an American flag patch on, can these people just commit on hating the country and fuck off?
Dude, why do people think hating the government is the same as hating the country?
Dude, I don't hate the country. I hate our fucking government that'll ruin our country.
That's
Like,
Ben Shapiro fucking.
that's such, yeah. No data. Is that us? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. Maybe.
Stocking Mill Coffee. Was it the coffee company? Oh my God. I think it was Stocking Mill Coffee. I think that was it. I think he just had it right. I think it was Stocking Mill Coffee. Hold on. Dude, I'm almost positive that it was that coffee company. Now that you say that, I'm almost positive that it was actually them. Hey, fuck you. Yeah, I donated to a coffee. Hey, look, they're at the time, they were the only ones that are doing anything. Oh God, Captive Dreamers fucking arguing with Phoenix Ammunition right now. Dude, why is Captive Dreamer such a fucking faggot, man? He's such a whiny fucking bitch. Fuck, is he insufferable?
Get him on the stream.
How many more followers do I have than him? Does he have a YouTube? Does he do anything?
YouTube's fucking up.
YouTube's fucking up?
YouTube's fucking up.
Are we losing the stream again?
Yeah. It is 7:47.
Feds found the stream. Fucking stream crashed. A Vet Bro Coffee Company. How gay. Juice's got this bandwidth. Stand by. F. End chain. Dude, I swear, it's like at the same time our stream goes down. What is that? Why does our stream start